If you are ready to get your flow on, if you want to get more flexible using dynamic stretching, and if you don't know, you do, this is a perfect sequence for you. This is one of my favorite flows. It's called the Airbender Flow because it has this idea of like, we're just kind of throwing around the elements. And when you can use the power of your imagination to really see that and feel that in your body, I think this sequence takes on a whole new shape, and it brings me great joy to do it with you here today. Let's come in a tabletop, hands and knees. We run through our checkpoints as we do. Fingers fanned out wide, pressure into the prints, ground down into all knuckles. Make sure that pointer knuckle stays down to the floor. Turn your elbow points back. Press into the palm below your thumbs and then charge the back of your heart towards the ceiling. Let's take a cow spine, tucking the toes, drop the belly, look forward and up. And then exhale, cat spine, chin to the chest, dome the back like a Halloween cat, untuck your feet. Can you hover your knees off the ground? Knees down, tuck toes, cow spine, look up. Untuck for the cat, knees hover. Knees down, tuck for the cow. Untuck, hover, squeeze. Knees down, tucked for the cow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's send our hips back. Hands wide enough, feet wide enough. Let's take 3 breaths. Ground down through all parts of the hands. So we set up our hands in that first pose. And then when we come back here, there's still activation everywhere, although the relationships change. So when we push our chest back, do it with me now, we're really feeling the palms into the floor. So we gotta massage the palms into the floor. They won't go where we want them to usually by default. So you're moving that weight around, and then you'll discover a place where you feel pretty well spread out with that weight. Now, open your armpits wide, pressing your heart towards your toenails. Hug the ribs in a little bit, and then push our heels at the floor. Let's take 3 breaths in our Adho Mukha Svanasana, down dog. Ocean sound in through the nose. Ocean sound out through the nose. Breathe in deep, just relax a little. And then exhale to push it back. Big toes to touch. Heels high, ripple your shoulders over the hands, shrug your shoulders to the ears, hollow out the body. Tiptoe walk your feet forward, 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 forward. And then step your feet in between the hands, flat back. We got big toes to touch, space between the heels. Lengthen and lift, exhale, fold. Rise to stand, reach to the sky. And then hands by our sides. We'll start with 3 rounds of Sun A. Of course, you can step back. Inhale, sweep up, look up. Exhale, lengthening as you fold at the hips. Flat back. Step or jump back to your bent elbow. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Down dog. Can we breathe for 3? Two. So we are pushing our heart back. We're also getting our arms back behind the head. Charge those elbows super strong. One more time, breathe in. And the exhale. All right, this is getting serious. Inhale, ripple forward. Find that squeeze into the back of the body. Pull back, maintain the squeeze, and then step or hop feet forward. Flat back when you land. Forward fold. Rise to reach, look up. And then hands down. And even in this sequence, inhale, let's reach as we push down into the floor. Exhale, lengthen as you squeeze in half. Flat back, inhale. Hands down, feet back, Chaturanga, look forward. Up dog. Down dog. We got 3. Remember to make something happen here too. Something happening sometimes means relaxing. One more breath. Make sure the hands are still ready. Inhale, ready, shoulders forward. Exhale, aim, pull hips back. Launch, hips high. Feet forward, flat back. Fold down. Rise up and reach. Hands release. Round 3, arms up. Dive deep. Flat back. Chaturanga is a long squeeze. Up dog is a slow inhale. Down dog is a powerful exhale. And then we got 3 more. 2. 1. You getting a squeeze? Inhale, ripple forward. Squeeze back. Hop it forward. Flat back. Fold it down. Push into the floor to reach up. Hands down by your sides. All right, here we go. This is our Airbender Flow. Chair pose gets us started. Forward fold, lay it down. Inhale to lengthen. We know this part, Chaturanga. Inhale to up. Exhale, down dog. Right dog split because it feels good. Step it forward between your hands. Come onto your middle finger now. Charge up that back leg strong. And then take your arms up by your ears, high lunge. Commit to the legs, dig into the front heel. Let's turn to the right, to the front leg, and push the walls away. Keep the arms windmilling as we turn to the left. Reverse triangle pose. Squeeze the whole back foot into the ground, that travels up into the hip. Charge your front foot into the ground, and then reach back for the stretch. We keep the arms windmilling. Left hand, that's opposite of your front foot. Inside of front foot, toes line up with fingers. Back heel up, right arm up, look up. Take the top hand back, strike a match, power lunge. We're just gonna peel both biceps up by the ears. Shift the weight forward and back. Try to feel the weight between both legs even. Make sure you're not leaning your rib cage onto that front thigh. Fold the back heel down, straighten the front leg, triangle pose. The bottom hand hinges down, the top arm reaches up. Find your flagpole from bottom hand to top hand, and then be the flag flying wide and long into all directions. Reverse warrior, bend your front knee, tip all the way back like you're summoning an ocean wave up over your head. And then cartwheel your hands down, toes line up with fingers. We step back into maybe a 3-legged chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Take a breath in. 1 breath to reset. Exhale. Left dog split because it feels real good. Squeeze that foot forward. Middle fingernail only, charge up the back leg, and then maintain the legs as you take the arms up. And then maintain the legs as you take your T-twist, feeling like we're on a tightrope. Push the front and back walls away. Reverse triangle pose, we're gonna windmill the arms, dropping that back heel. Left arm continues up as right hand slides down the back leg. Push into both legs and tip into that side body stretch. Then bending your front knee, the hands continue to windmill. Right hand, fingertips and toes aligned, back heel lifts. Dragonfly twist, looking up to the top hand. Maybe look down to see if you got a flagpole from bottom hand to top. Top hand reaches back, we strike a match. Extended power lunge. Once you reach the arms forward, really commit to the length. Maybe you feel the arms back against your head and then charge into the back leg. Triangle pose, fold the back heel down, front leg straightens. Let the arms stack. Never a bad idea to check things out visually, but then feel what that feels like. Bend your front knee. Commit to the depth. Swing that left arm high, slide the back hand down the back leg. Let's be as clean as possible. Hands framing the front foot, toes line up with fingers. Three-legged plank to Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. We take 3 breaths. Charge into the pose. We got one more. This is our Airbender Flow. Inhale, prepare. Pull back, squeeze, take your time. We're hopping into the wrists. And then the feet land quietly, flat back. Fold down. Chair, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Flat back, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right dog split, inhale. Step forward, exhale. High lunge, inhale. T twisted open. Reverse triangle pose, inhale. Dragonfly twist, exhale. Extended power lunge, inhale. Triangle pose, exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale. Three-legged Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale to up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg up, inhale. Step forward, exhale. High lunge, inhale. T twisted open. Reverse triangle, inhale. Dragonfly twist, exhale. Extended power lunge, inhale. Triangle pose, exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Stay for 3. 2, doing great. Connect to your source, one more breath. Take your time, inhale, prepare. Squeeze. Step or launch. Flat back, please. Fold it down. One more time, chair. Fold. Prepare. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. One breath. Still down dog. Right leg up, inhale. Step forward, exhale. Rise up, inhale. T-twist to the lunge. Reverse triangle, inhale. Dragonfly twist, exhale. Extended power, inhale. Triangle pose, exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale. Up dog. Down dog. One breath in. Breathe it out. Left leg up, inhale. Step forward, exhale. High lunge, inhale. T-twist open. Reverse triangle, inhale. Dragonfly twist, exhale. Power lunge, inhale. Extended. Triangle pose. Exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale. Exhale, hands down, step back and float. Inhale to up. Exhale to down, please. 3 breaths, stay with it. Two. Squeeze into it. Stay present, 1 more. What kind of activation or release? Inhale, ripple forward, stay tuned. Exhale, squeeze back. Hop those hips, flat back, fold. Chair pose, inhale. Hands to heart center. We're all gonna turn to the right, to the right. See if that bottom elbow might even swing outside of the leg. Try to keep your knees pointing straight forward without moving the hips. Bring hands together, and then as you lift your heart towards the thumbs, actually lifting away from the legs, then when you squeeze the legs together and use this bottom elbow against the outer thigh, you're gonna lever yourself into a pretty intense twist, which could be cool for your lower back and hips. If you want to take this into the arm balance, pop your heels. I'm just gonna walk the hands over to the right. See if you can have your knees and fingers facing forward. There are other ways to do this pose, but this is a great way to do this pose. You might even turn your left palm, I'm not mirroring you, up, and then see if you can get that arm to the outside of the leg. As you turn the palm to face down and forward, now that triceps way to the outside of the thigh. Bring your right hand about shoulder width apart, and then press into the fingerprints. Squeeze everything into a tiny ball. We're gonna shift forward and to the right to teeter the legs onto the back of that tricep. Once you're up, if you're up, squeeze the feet in. Try to square your shoulders to the floor, or else we're dropping that left one down a little low, which could be too much on our rotator cuff. Look out in front, breathe. Stay for the squeeze. Take it down into a forward fold. We can widen out our feet a bit, 2 fist distance should do it. Grab onto the big toes with pointer, middle, and thumb fingers. Flat back as you inhale. Really do your best to fight your way away from the floor, keeping the shoulders away from the skull. Then bend the elbows out to the side. Feel free to bend the knees to really melt your rib cage down the thigh muscles. And then ground down into the feet to squeeze your butt up into the sky. Try to keep the ribs in close. Ocean breath. Again. One more, please. Halfway lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Let's bring our feet closer together. And then flat back. Forward fold. Chair pose, side two. Hands to heart. We keep our legs pointing forward as we take that right elbow outside left thigh. Use it so that you can turn your heart sideways. When you turn the chest sideways, the hips usually want to do something fun. They don't get to have any fun. Keep them right back behind the knees. Stay with this squeeze, or pop your heels. Taking your hands out to the left, but I find it helpful to turn your right palm up. Try to roll the triceps so it hooks that leg. We're pointing the fingers the same direction as the knees, and when the hands are shoulder width apart, we're gonna shift forward and to the left, squeezing your feet in as they come up. Even out the shoulders. Try to balance the weight right and left a little more. Of course, we're balancing over the left hand mostly, but we're trying to pretend like we're not. We're keeping our bodies a little more square. You got one more breath? Let's bring our feet down, widen them out, come into your forward fold, wider than not. And then let's lift the feet, slide the palms facing up so we can step our toes into the wrist creases. Push down into the toes. You get a nice massage anywhere you want it. Flat back, please. Exhale, elbows out, bow the head. 3. All the air out, push your face towards your shins. 2, ground down into the feet. Lift your booty bones up as you exhale and squeeze. One more, please. Take a flat back. And then forward fold. Get your hands out from your feet. Plank pose, please. Chaturanga if you're going that route. Up dog. And then down dog. Take one breath in. Maybe stick out your tongue and release onto your shins. Let's have a seat, please. Legs out in front. So we just did 2 very deep twists. I would argue we don't need another one right now. Let's forward fold. We might do things a little differently than you're used to, unless you've done this video before. See if you can point through your feet, all the way through the arches, through the toes, and then perhaps bringing the big toe mound together or whatever is closest in the middle of your feet. And then try to feel that squeeze all the way through the legs. We're trying to firm the thighs, firm the arches. We're engaging our calves. Maybe you clamp the outsides of your legs by the knee, or you can grab the pinky edges of your feet. We're gonna try to bend the elbows off to the sides and then scooping the legs and squeezing them to the middle. So this is helping not only to squeeze the legs straight, but also helping the knees to dial to the sky. Look forward to the front, breathe into the heart, lengthening forward, and then bow in and squeeze those legs a bit. 5 breaths. We gotta push our legs into the floor, and then you're pushing your upper body onto the legs. Try to keep your shoulders relaxed. Squeezing in. Come up slow, no rush. Let's just lie down onto our back. Make sure you got enough room behind you to do so. Use control. We're not in a rush. Squeeze the knees. And then just bring your feet flat onto the floor about as wide as your hips. You can reach the hands down. Perhaps you touch the heels. We don't need the heels any closer. We might not even be that close. See that your knees are over your heels. This is good for bringing stability to the inner and outer thigh muscles. Lift your hips off the ground. Notice the knees want to steer off to one side. Can we lift all 10 toes off the floor, but push down into the big toe side of your tripod, the little toe side of your tripod, and then both sides of the heels. Relax the toes down, maybe lace the hands up underneath you, and then if you want to, bring those elbows side by side-ish to open up the fronts of your shoulders, the chest. Once again, charge down into the feet, send them away from you to send the chest closer to your chin. Try to press the bottom forearm to touch the ground. So you got your hands laced and one of your forearms belongs to the pinky hand that is closer to the floor. See if you can get that one to push to the floor. Let's lower long enough to switch out the lacing of the hands. This is going to change that forearm I just spoke of. And then squeezing for about 3 more breaths. Again, whatever pinky side of hand is to the ground, can you almost karate chop press? Just push it to the floor. Again, push your feet away. This is going to lift the hips. Just try not to let those knees out to the side too much. Release down, release the hands from beneath. Hug the knees in. And then please bring the bottoms of your feet together. Lay the pinky edges of your feet to the floor. Let your knees drop open as wide as they like. If you decide this is too much, you can always prop up your legs on your fists. Or if you decide you want more, hands to the inner thighs. Tuck your shoulder blades down the back. Chin to the chest for a moment. But then find a neutral place in the head. Now with the back of the neck a little longer. Just feel a freedom from the throat to the mouth, to the eyes, to the forehead, to the crown. Notice if you're holding yourself away from the floor unnecessarily, because if you're doing something that's keeping you alive, you should continue to do that. This is butterfly supine. We're facing up. This is a great way to go to bed, or at least to spend a few breaths this way, because it's great for releasing the hips. It's great for releasing the lower back, which are attached to your hips. I mean, the whole body is attached, but just a good way to go before you do go to sleep. Let us squeeze the legs together. Hug in one last time. Take that as tightly as you like. And on an exhale, maybe we're going to squeeze even more. Breathe in, maybe out the mouth. When you're ready, expand onto the mat. If you have longer than a minute, pause and stay here as long as you like. If you only have a minute, I'm going to cue you when it's time to go. Can we take the legs out long, feet out wide? Allow your arms maybe to reach overhead today, palms facing up. Press into the arms, the back of the skull. Once again, tuck the shoulder blades down the back. And then see if you can release down onto the floor. Adjust so that you feel that your shoulders are releasing. Sometimes when we lay down, the shoulders are all hunched up with that little thing we did. Hopefully it brought a little more space. Relax everything, close the eyes, the mouth. Let's just breathe a few more breaths. We can deepen our breath. Any wiggles, movements, stretches. Bringing ourselves back to life in a mindful way. When you're ready, let's come up to sit. Simple way of closing. Stack your hands to check in with your heart's intention, eyes closed. Connect to source. Decide what kind of energy you're sending out right now. If something comes to mind that you want to put energy towards, see it, and then be it. Let's bring our palms together, thumbs to the forehead, a bow of gratitude, friends. Namaste. See you next time on the mat. Reach out, tell me if you have a question, and I'll see you next time.